Hello, my name is Raisa. Today I will present our research about valuation of e-commerce industry by Relative Valuation with case study PT Bukalapak. First of all, we need to know that PT Bukalapak is the first e-commerce that listed on Indonesia Stock Exchange on 6 August 2021. And I will continuously to call PT Bukalapak as BUKA. Okay. Since technology becoming advanced by making smartphone, laptop, iPad, and so on, people around the world start rely on it for daily activities. The effect of tech is digitalization, where people start making numerous platforms to make life easier, such as e-commerce, where people can buying and selling indirectly by their phone. In Indonesia, we have 50 e-commerce in 2014. Start in 2020, pandemic COVID changed the way people activity, and WHO urged people around the world to social distancing to reduce the spread of COVID, which is also limited social activity. But life must go on, and then this is the new era for digitalization. As we can see on the right slide, this is the differences of startup and traditional industry model business. First, this is business target, which is startup has target for high growth, while traditional most likely their main goals is profit and stable company. And then for the risk, back to the target, because startup need high growth, so this is high risk, while the traditional is all about the profit, so this is the risk is really low. For the organizational structure, since the beginning of traditional build, they have structure where the people divided by director, manager, supervisor, and so on. But for startup, in the first place, the startup is full of skilled and creative team, and they will be structured if the platform start to have funding. And then for the funding, bank is reluctant to lend for risk company, so e-commerce is not part of them. And then and bank is more likely to lend their money to the company who love profit. And then for the product, for the startup is related to the technology and internet, while traditional is depending on their segment, their sector. For the target consumer, it's unknown. For the startup, it can be everybody, but for traditional enterprise, it's segmentation. I think for all, uh, as different stage of their life cycle. Seed stage, where the maker of business made the prototype. To value the first stage or the seed stage, the best method is Berkey's with 5 equation, and then resummation with their border the method border the equation from the Berkey's with 7 equation, and then scorecard with 12 sharp equation need to be done. In this stage, the startup named pre-revenue because in this stage the platform doesn't have revenue. And then for the next stage, they call it pra-revenue because they start to have revenue. And then this is the figure from the Modaran about life cycle of startup. Despite the IPO, BUKA has negative earning. And then the Modern said that DCF would be hard to use for valuation with negative earnings. And then Bukalapak IPO while the world in uncertainty situation, and then it would be easy and then more in line with the market situation with relative valuation. And then based on the figure, BUKA is on early or late stage. Then the right calculation for this post revenue is relative valuation. So I will continuously to value PT Bukalapak by relative valuation. This is the research methodology. I will use two methods, qualitative and quantitative. Qualitative to assess business rivalry on the organization, while quantitative is to use to determine the company fair value. Okay, as you can see, I use 9 peer companies from 5 countries, from USA, and then Argentina, Singapore, Nigeria, and China. Okay. Relative valuation is method to comparing the company with similar companies, which is because this is about e-commerce, so I will compare BUKA with other e-commerce which IPO or listed on their stock exchange. Relative valuation has 6 multiplier named EV per EBIT, EV per EBITDA, EV per sales, PBV, P, P per price per earning, and then price per sales. The data from quartal 2 on 2021, but the date for market capitalization is after stock price close on 5 August. So we can, as we can see, the result of BUKA multiplier shows overvalue for the all multiplier. And then the table shows only price per sales, PBV, and then EV per sales, where all the company have positive value, while the multiplier with earnings shows negative value. For the best comparison, the researchers using multiplier with sales for valuation. Okay. Okay. The research comparing BUKA, while the nominal price is 50 rupiah before the day IPO, during IPO, and then during the IPO, well, the stock price is 850, and then after the day IPO or first day after the IPO with price 1060. Because of the high demand of BUKA with 4 times oversubscribed, the first day of BUKA is auto reject up to 25%. In Indonesia, Stock Exchange limited to the auto reject from -7 to 25. The table shows that with nominal price, when the BUKA with 50 rupiah is undervalued rather than their peer company, but while the price while the price at 150, and then 1060. It's becoming overvalued for 8 until 10 times than their peer company. This is comparison per company by market capitalization and revenue from Q4. I mean, this is Q4 from 2020, sorry, until quarter 4 in 2021. As we can see, the revenue for all e-commerce significantly increasing, while the market capitalization, except for Amazon, Shopify, C, and then eBay, and then the others just decrease, which means pandemic affected the stock price. Okay. We also compare the sales multiplier for years, and then by size and by country categories. As we can see, the sales multiplier from time to time is dropped, and then as we can see, BUKA, even though dropped 47% from its IPO price, is still overvalued, and then this is really high gap between BUKA and peers company. And then for the size, as we can see, large asset or large e-commerce has undervalued, while medium and small has volatile price, have volatile sales multipliers. And then for the next is about e-commerce in underdeveloped and developed country. As we can see, in developed country, e-commerce undervalued rather than underdeveloped country. And then the fact that BUKA share price in 446, it's still overvalued. And then the fact that if investor would like to invest in e-commerce, will be better if they invest in large asset and located in developed country. I think this is all for our presentation, and thank you.